Okay, hi there everyone, it's Karl and Samuel at Escape Trailer, and today we're going to answer the question, is a bigger RV a better RV? Now, we're going to look specifically at the Escape 19 and the Escape 17. I like the Escape 19.
I like the 17.
19's a little bigger. I think it might be a little better.
We'll find out.
We will indeed. So without further ado, let's go jump into these trailers, have a quick look around, and then we'll come back and we'll go through the features.
Here I am with the 17B. I like this trailer. It's compact. It's perfect for a small truck or mid-sized SUV. Let's have a look inside. So here we are at the dinette. Remember, it's a small trailer, but it has everything that you need. 3 different floor plans. This one is floor plan 1 with the 2 dinette situation. So we have a nice rear dinette. Comfortably, you can sit comfortably 4 people on this dinette here. Floor plan 2 will have a permanent bed with storage underneath, and floor plan 3 will have a dinette here and a permanent bed up front. So ideal for maybe singles or people traveling by themselves. Moving forward, getting into the kitchen area, and just a little heads up, we have a detailed showcase that talks about all the storage, and will be much more detailed on that one, so feel free to watch that as well. Starting with our 2-burner. This is our base feature. Now the option would be to have a 3-burner in here. So that will take care of your cooking space. You have a beautiful little sink. And you can extend that kitchen counter with a flip up. In terms of storage, there's ample storage underneath for your pots and pans. And then also you'll see beautiful drawers for the cutlery. Now, coming from the cooking area, going over to the fridge, it comes standard with a 3 cubic foot fridge. And the option is a 4 cubic foot, which is what we see here currently today. Now, has a bit of a freezer compartment, but it's more to keep it cold in here. The option of a microwave, and if you don't need the microwave, you can keep this as a base, which will have a door in front and then a large, nice and deep compartment for storage. Okay, next we're looking at the headspace. So I am about 5'11", so just short of 6 feet, and you see I'm not quite straight in here, and that is because we have a bit of a step here on the dinette. Now moving over to the kitchen area, stepping down, I can stand straight. Now in this one we have the hatch, no air conditioning. The air conditioning is an option, but it would also come down a little bit. So keep that in mind if you are a slightly taller person. Moving over to the bathroom. Plenty of space. My shoulders here have room, no problem. I can shower in the sitting position. We have a little sink as well. I could probably stand, although that gets a little bit more on the tight side. And in the back we have a medicine cabinet as well. I mentioned the front dinette. Front dinette in floor plan 1 and 2. This one has the option of a gaucho bunk, which is great if you have children that come along. So you can make this into 2 single beds, up to 200 pounds here on this top one. But if you're traveling by yourself or with a partner and you don't choose the gaucho bunk, you get a bit more arm space here. So keep that in mind when you look at that overall space. And then next to the dinette, we have a little, actually not that little, quite a decent sized storage space. It's ideal for clothes or towels. I can go right in there. And on top, some extra countertop. Okay, one more One more option to point out, especially in a small trailer, would be the umber hooks. So if you're thinking of hanging maybe a bathrobe or so, we can install those for you. Okay, that is the 17B. Hope you enjoyed it. Now let's go back to Karl in the E19.
Okay, here we are with the E19. I love this trailer. Tandem axles, which are really nice. A nice towing experience. Of course, if you lose one wheel, you still have the other. So that really helps and makes you feel a bit more secure from a safety perspective. This trailer is noticeably larger. It is wider, it is taller, and of course, it is that 2 feet longer. Let's go have a look inside. Okay, hi folks, I'm inside the trailer now. Now you can see this is voluminous, it's quite spacious. Sitting at my nice table here, of course, there are a few different options for table mounting that you will see in some of our table mounting videos that we have. But this bench seat configuration that does not have the U-shape enables me to have a much longer table. I enjoy the longer table for my laptop when I have a cup of coffee or a bit of food going, so it works out really well. This space also doubles up as a bed. So most of you know, we'll convert this dinette into a bed using these cushions, but then on top of that, we can also have a cot come in here that sits essentially on top of this space. Harrison will jump to an image of that for you. And then that really shows you that you can actually have probably a couple of people down below here and another person potentially up on the cot. And of course, if you've looked at our 21NE video, and I would encourage you to do so, you can see what that looks like inside the Escape 21NE in comparison to the Escape 21 Classic. So this is a beautiful and comfortable space. One thing I will note, when you're in the Escape 19 and I'm sitting back into it, it's comfortable because of our soft headliner. So there's nothing hard here against my shoulder and against my elbow, and it may not seem like it makes much of a difference, but it does when you're lounging around inside the trailer, especially if you're sitting kind of into the corner of it. So another really nice feature from an Escape perspective. Let's go quickly have a look at the kitchen and then the bed area. Okay, so moving my way around into the kitchen. This is in terms of the base unit, this is our standard cooktop that we have. And in this one, we have the microwave convection oven. In below, of course, this is our trailer and our showroom, right? So it comes with different options. And then in all Escape 19s, you have the standard counter extension on the end, so it gives you ample kitchen space for preparing your food, and then of course still plenty of cupboard space inside this trailer. In the kitchen area. Move around here, we got a fridge. Now this fridge is discontinued, again it's a showroom model, but Harrison's going to jump to an image of the 7 cubic foot fridge that we now have in these trailers, and that is standard. Of course, we lose this space up top, but you get that much larger fridge. Over to the side, you'll always have your heater, and then there's a number of options within the configuration of these two spaces. Right, we can leave this one straight up with a rail in place, and take out this drawer down below. So multiple configurations that we can do in this specific area, and then you'll always have this storage space down below underneath here, which I found people doing very creative things with their in that storage compartment with their boxes. Of course, we have a bathroom, and the bathroom in this trailer is larger than the bathroom in the Escape 17. So all in all, more space in the kitchen area and more space in the bathroom area. Okay, so here we are now inside this bathroom. This particular model, or this particular unit that we have in the showroom, has the composting toilet in place, and that is an option for folks. Some folks really like the idea of not having to empty black tanks, and that's where that composting solution comes in. It really came from the marine industry, and folks who are very used to having fiberglass yachts and boats and really wanted to have that capability inside their trailer, and that's kind of where we took that from. Bed, 80 by 60, so a good size bed in here. Lots of space, feels very comfortable and feels very nice. I'm interested to have a look and see what Samuel did, but now let's jump and go look at the categorization and duke it out. Okay, and we're back. Thank you, Samuel, for your walkthrough on the E17B. You made some really good points. We like the features that you pointed out. Let's get into the categories and see if we can determine at the end, is a bigger RV a better RV? All right, let's move it forwards then. Modular sleeping space. All right, what do we know about modular sleeping space? What do you think?
Well, I do like that the 17B has that gaucho bunk option. small unit, yet I can have a small family in there by just throwing in the option of having that gaucho bunk. Like the fact that I can put it away during the day and have that dinette as a real dinette. So I'm in favor of the 17B on that one.
Now, you know, in the E19, I've got a cot as well.
Yeah.
All right, so just like the 21NE, the previous video, and if you haven't looked at that, go look at that video. We compared the 21NE and the 21 Classic. But I've got a cot space in there, which means I'm just as modular as you are.
Yeah, maybe we are even on this one.
So I think we might be even.
Okay.
So we can either give ourselves nothing or give ourselves each a tick.
How about a tick?
How about we take it?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So we'll take one each on that one. Good. Number of axles. Go ahead.
So we have 17, on the 17B, we have one axle. On the E19, we have two axles. And, you know, depends on how you look at it. Typically, we say two axle has the benefit of that extra weight distribution, or if there's a blowout, then, you know, you have the extra axle to continue, go to the campsite and deal with that blowout the next day.
Yeah, I think this is the case where maybe bigger is better or more is better in this case. So I would agree. I feel a bit more comfortable because of number of axles on the E19.
Yeah.
Right. Now, it's not the only reason a person will make a decision for their trailer, but it's a fairly, in terms of number of axles, I think the E19 wins on that one for sure. Weight-wise, the E17B comes in considerably lighter than the E19.
Correct.
Right, certainly dry weight or wet weight side. So I think the E17B is probably a bit of a winner there, especially if somebody has the smaller vehicle, the size. And of course, 4,000 pounds GVWR for the E17 and 5,000 for the E19. But from a weight-wise perspective, and people generally want lighter weights, the E17 is certainly your options, or your option. On the available options, I'm thinking E19, and there's a few reasons for that.
Yeah,
and I know you pointed out, you know, some of them here previously when we were talking about this. Of course, the E17, it's a smaller unit, a bit more challenging to put all these additional features and options that we have in our trailers. So, for instance, having more batteries, more solar panels, cooktop and oven, a bit more interior cabinet space, more locations to put power points and stuff. So the E19 kind of really takes you up quite a level in terms of available options, if that's what you're after.
And it may also be your camping style. So if you're going maybe on a longer trip, you may appreciate that bigger fridge in a 19. Whereas in the 17, we just don't have the space to put a huge fridge in.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. So available options will go to the E19.
Yeah.
When it comes to floor plans, what have you got?
So the 17 has 3 different floor plans, and we're only looking at the 17B today. We also have the 17A, which has a beautiful front bed, but no bathroom in that one. So 17B, 3 different floor plans. I think that's a winner in terms of versatility on that one.
Yeah.
And what do you have on the E19?
Well, the E19 we have 2, right? So we can have the bed in the rear, which is the standard. Our floor plan number 2 would be 2 dinettes in that space. But you win. You got more floor plans in the E17B than I do in the E19. Rainy day use.
Rainy day, yeah. So what do we mean by that? It is basically the idea of today the weather is not that great outside, and I really spend most of the day inside the trailer. And what we want to see then is space, volume, a little bit of privacy as well, being able to, you know, read a book somewhere and have a little bit of separation, so to speak. So the 17B is definitely a little bit on the smaller side when it comes to that. So I'm leaning towards the 19.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. There's just that much more volume in the 19, right?
Yeah.
So and it's noticeable when you move from the 17 into the 19. It's like, and especially when customers come here to the showroom and have a look at the 2 trailers, they go, wow, I can't believe how much bigger this trailer feels.
Yeah.
And it actually physically is bigger, you know, both width, height, and of course length. But it's the volume on the inside that makes it a bit better, a bit bigger. And then from a rainy day use perspective, if you just need a little bit more space, obviously the E19 would win out. Now in terms of compactness, that kind of goes the other way.
Yeah.
Right. So your E17 is more compact in general, right? Shorter overall toe length, then obviously shorter on the inside, but well proportioned and compact at the same time. So if compactness works, then definitely you are the winner on that one. So then we tally these up, and of course they end up somewhere about the same. And really, at the end of the day, it comes back again to what you specifically want in your trailer, and that's why at Escape Trailer, we're built for you.